5, 6, 7, 8. It's a mess. Oh, it's a mess.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the podcast. It's a mess, sis. So, what exactly is a mess? A mess is a situation or a state of affairs that is confused or full of difficulties.
The mess is when things don't go the way you plan. It is when you have to go off script, improvise, ad lib, sit through the awkwardness, and breathe through the pain until you come out on the other side, because you will come out on the other side. It is everything that makes life interesting and transformative. It is what we are here to do. It is how we learn how to be.
So, join us as we dive into this week's mess.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to It's a Mess, Sis, my favorite podcast. I'm Jess, working through the mess, and I am so glad you came back to hang out with us again.
Hey everyone, I'm Rena. I'm your other host. And that's it.
Oh, wow. Lovely. That was such a beautiful introduction to you. You guys are actually joining us for episode 68, Reclaiming My Intention Mid-Year Check-In. Thank you for joining us, and we're going to dive right into that. But before we do, we have a little segment called What's the Mess? And I'm going to ask Rena, what is your mess?
Oh gosh, my mess. So I've been buying shit.
Okay.
Despite there being no money, somehow I'm finding money to buy shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm single-handedly like keeping America afloat. Like I am capitalism. So
not
you're
I
welcome.
am capitalism. I'm fucking weak. You're welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes. Even though Nike's being very stingy with their discounts, meaning
Rude.
they're not giving any, and I don't
Rude.
understand why, because it's the 4th of July. That's when we're recording this.
Yeah.
And like usually you have a sale. Like
Right.
nobody's
How
giving
dare they?
sales, but you want me to buy things.
How rude. How
Right.
rude. That's despicable.
They really think they got it like that.
They do. Because they probably do. Because people probably still buying that shit.
Yeah.
What an interesting mess.
That was one mess. There's several.
Okay. Oh,
it's never
perfect.
Just one. It should be like,
perfect.
What's the mess is, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not.
I didn't like how that sounded,
correct.
but
no.
you know.
No.
What are the mini messes?
Mini messes. Okay.
Okay, but what's the next one?
The next one is I've had my first session as a therapist, you know. As I add on another job to my plate to support my habits.
I'm weak. I'm buying shit you don't need.
Right. And that's been eye-opening. It's been very revealing. Yeah, of my own depression. But you know, you know, it takes one to know.
Oh, the therapy has been revealing of your own. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a reflection, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get on a wait list for my own therapist because I got discharged from therapy for me, not as a therapist to receive the therapy.
Oh man.
I got discharged because I missed an appointment because I was at work.
Yeah.
I was at work. So yeah, that's it. But another mess, you know, I'm slowly crawling back onto social media.
Okay.
You know, I'm starting to post again, you know, starting to feel like I want to engage.
Yeah.
I think a lot has been going on, and social media has kind of been this kind of Pandora's box in a way. Information of things that I've been trying to avoid, like things that's going on in the world. And I'm trying to really just stay present. And every time I kind of go on social media, it's like, oh, you know, dog swimming, that's so cute. And then boom, somebody got shot. Dang.
Yeah.
You know, more rights are getting repealed. Wow. You know, so it gets a bit intense, and then I just kind of don't want to be on there anymore.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm trying to push through that because, you know, social media is a great way to post, broadcast, showcase, you know, your skills and your creativity. And I realized that visibility is really important, and me shying away is not really serving me. So there's that. And then the last thing is I am most likely moving to the hood, which, you know, I think the hood gets a bad rep, you know.
Rightfully so, but I understand.
Right. You know, it's like I'm going to live where I can afford.
Period.
You know? Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
You know, I've been kind of excited about it.
Okay.
It'll give me the opportunity to get my finances in order.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what America needs to do, to move to the hood so we can get our finances in order
Well,
or
it's already
something.
hella ghetto, so
Yeah, but they're just not calling it that. It's like
yeah.
reverse gentrification or something.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
getting really hood here.
Yeah.
But I am excited. I'm excited. I feel like I've
That's dope.
found a good property. I'm just waiting for them
Okay.
to accept my application, and they need to do it quick because I got like 20 days to do this. So I need to move. I need to move quick,
Yeah.
or else
Yeah.
I am going to be moving to the streets.
Man, come
Um,
on, bring your ass to California.
don't tempt me. I'm very tempted.
Tempting.
I
Peer
was trying
pressure,
to go
peer
to
pressure.
Arizona.
Peer pressure, peer pressure. That's right there around the corner. Come
Really,
on.
pretty
Come
much.
on. But I'm
So
glad I hope they go ahead and get yours, your stuff approved. And yeah, I'm excited for you.
I am excited. I'm doubling up on the jobs, and I'm
Okay.
reducing my living expenses. And then
Yeah.
sounds like the hood is happening behind you as well.
Listen, that is a part of
Um,
my mess, child. Go ahead.
Now we could just move on into yours. Just segue. Just follow the gunshots
Listen,
into your
this
mess.
is it's this my mess, y'all. It's 4th of July. We're doing this on 4th of July because that's fucking dedication. Okay? But or other words, but we're gonna call it dedication. We're gonna go to the positive.
What's the other word?
I was gonna say that's like we haven't been lazy. We've just moved to this day for the sake of my play. So I was just thinking we've been slacking, but we haven't. So that was on me. All right, why are you looking like
How
that?
we feel.
No, we haven't been slacking. It was me. It was really a me thing, but we haven't been slacking. We chose Mondays to do it to make up for the fact that I'm, doing my plays on the weekend. But today is 4th of July. And child, I promise you, there has not been 1 second since Rena and I have gotten on this fucking call that there has not been something popping off. I don't know if it's guns, fireworks. Like there are so many and they're so close. I don't live downtown. I live in a neighborhood. Please, just please. It's just
I
so
don't
much.
live in the hood. I live in a neighborhood.
I say I don't live downtown.
Same
Look
difference.
at you. You're so how cute. That's how be the ghetto everywhere. But yeah, so that's part of my mess. I guess I have many messes as well. One mess is the
many
mess. You're so ridiculous. And now it wants to die down after I done mentioned it. You know what? Well, I'm grateful. Anyway, the second mess is that the Supreme Court wants to or has taken away my rights as soon as I want to start fucking with men. And I just find that to be
a sign.
Oh, it could fucking be. But I just am like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't even just be as absurd as I want to be. Like, I could just
be reckless out here.
Not reckless. That's a little too far. But now I have to be like super intentional. Like, could this nigga be a good daddy? Like, I hope that nothing comes from it. But there is always the possibility that I never had to fucking think about when I have sex with women. Like, I don't have to think about that at all. But now I I was already like a little afraid because I was like, dang, I really don't want to have, I don't want to have any medical procedures to remove this thing.
You don't even want to say it on the podcast.
I don't. But I don't want to have that done. But the option is always there if I just had a slip up and fucked a random, like, horrible human, which I would never. But I'm just saying, like,
but that would be way after, like, you birthed the baby, like, for you to, like, realize that you had just say if you had a fucked up human being? Or maybe
no, I was saying if I fucked a fucked up human being.
Oh, I thought you said
you're
you
saying if I birthed one?
a fucked up human being. Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
But, I mean, isn't there something we should kind of be doing already?
It is. It absolutely is. But
you know
the thing of it is,
it's definitely like, pussy privilege. The fact that, like, I don't have to consider if you're a horrible human being to have sex with you, but if you're a guy, I kind of have to because I
have to.
What if we create something?
What if we create something that comes?
And are you only going to bring like our kid together
Oh no.
McDonald's? Or are you gonna bring all of us
We.
McDonald's?
Okay,
You know?
let's talk about it really quick. Let's talk about it.
Oh man.
Let's talk
Okay.
about it. I didn't see the video because my timeline is curated to singing, funny ass shit. I don't see a bunch of
That
bullshit,
was
but I
sent to
saw
me
it.
immediately.
I'm
That
glad
is-
nobody sent me that shit. I have warned you people. Don't send me no trifling shit.
Should I
But-
go first on my thoughts?
Okay.
Or you
Well,
want to
I
go
didn't
first?
see it, so I'll just have like a quick
Oh.
gist because I didn't see it. All I have is what people were saying.
Okay.
So my quick gist was, or
Okay.
the quick thing that I got was basically she was filming, asked him to bring some food for his kid or for the kid. He comes and brings food for his kid only, and was like, "Well, send my son out to me." She was like, "No," and then essentially he only had food for his kid. So my
Right.
thoughts were this. I didn't see this. This is my immediate thought. What if we're in a recession?
Right.
What if he really only had enough money to feed his child?
I
He
definitely brought
should
up
be
that point.
allowed to do that.
Right.
Secondly, that man is not responsible for your other children. Would it have been kind if
Yes.
he could have afforded it to have just made sure everybody ate because they're all in a house together and you don't want the other children feeling no kind of way about him eating in their face? Now, if you was my kid and I really don't fuck with the other kids or whatever the situation is, then my son's gonna come out here and eat so that then I eat it. I mean, I just, that kind of favoritism shit I think about. Like, I wouldn't want my kid going there with McDonald's, even if they have food and they eating hot dogs and shit, hot dogs and Kraft macaroni. Here come my son with a Big Mac meal. Like, I wouldn't do no shit like that. So the thing for me is, if I had it and you was a cool, because the thing is, quiet as it's kept, these women are really fucked up to these baby fathers. Sometimes. I just want to say it. Not all the time. These niggas be trash. Sometimes, like, don't come for me, y'all. But sometimes these women, and I say it from it's not firsthand experience because I'm not a baby daddy, but from secondhand experience of someone very close, seeing somebody trying their best to be in their child's life and this person just making their life absolutely difficult because they can, because they're the mother, the birthing parent. Like, and so if you've been a trifling ass this and you do this frequently, like, is this every time? Is this every month? At the end of the month, you expected me to come make up for it? And then where are the other babies' daddies?
That is really,
Because where are they? Tell them to come feed their motherfucking kids.
she can't. It's that situation where you get mad at the person who's there.
Right.
But then also the common denominator is her. Those are all her kids. He only has one with you.
Yeah.
All four of them belong to you. And I think it's kind of messed up that you got lucky and got one dude who's willing to half-ass bring a goddamn McDouble and a small fry and $1 tea to the kid. And he's like, let my kid sit in the car. The other kids don't have to know. I mean, you know he's going to go back and be like, my daddy just brought me McDonald's because, you know, that's probably what the fuck's going on. But when he was like, where's your money at? She was like, you know, my food stamps ran out. Like, I don't have any more food stamps for the month. I'm like, so you ain't got money to feed your kids and you mad at him because he ain't got money to feed your kids. So who really, the responsibility is on who?
Who? That's wild to me.
Who?
That's wild to me. I understood there were so many people saying, like, you don't just bring no da-da-da-da. And absolutely, as an adult, if I'm going to bring something for one kid in the house, it's going to go for all the kids, regardless, whether I fuck with you or not. Everybody get it.
Okay. So
yeah, but if I can afford it, if I can't, that will be said. But I also don't have children. So if it's my child, of course I'm gonna go extra and be like, okay, let me make sure I maybe I won't eat tonight because my kid need to eat. So I'm gonna get them something. You don't know nobody else's financial situation.
Right.
Like, he should have
Right.
You don't know what that man got in his pocketbook.
I mean, he probably had to ask his mama for that money to go get that food for their kids.
He should have went to the grocery store and bought some snacks, a little piece of. See, people don't know how to budget their money. You could have got a bologna and a loaf of bread, some mustard and mayonnaise for the whole.
So all the kids could hate him,
and they could have.
So they could all hate equally.
Hey, who? Him for bringing some bologna?
Yeah.
Not if they hungry. They'll be grateful. The fuck?
Well, I saw. Did you see the picture of the plate? Like where they just split that goddamn McDouble up into 4?
Yes, they said this is my grandma. I said absolutely. We would have had a sliver of burger.
No, because if I found out that was supposed to be my meal, and maybe this is the only child in me,
It is.
If I found out that was supposed to be my meal, my daddy brought that for me, and you split my shit up, gave it to these other niggas, these fatherless children, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's definitely the only child in you. My siblings, we wasn't like that.
Not the scream.
That shit you said, all these fatherless children, that shit killed me.
I would have been like, my daddy brought me, my daddy brought me,
my daddy brought me, my daddy brought me, you better.
My daddy brought me, my daddy brought me. I would have been screaming that throughout the house, my daddy brought me. I would have been pissed. Hell no.
You got fucking issues. Said my daddy brought me. That's definitely the only child of you. My siblings and I
had the same. Y'all shared a daddy.
Yes,
but I'm just saying, yeah.
Yes, but I'm saying if one person got something, we would be like, "Hey, this is what we got."
Because your daddy that all y'all had brought that one thing for all of y'all.
I'm saying, like, if one of
y'all
us
daddy
went out,
brought y'all that one thing for y'all.
Right. But what I'm saying is, if one of us went to camp and got a whole bunch of candy or some shit, and it's like, look what we got, y'all.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
You are only child through and through. That girl said, that's nice. Wow.
And on top of that, I'm food aggressive.
Damn. No, we was like, I don't know, we really fucked with each other as siblings. Like,
yes.
One for all for one type shit. But
then maybe he would be okay just seeing the other siblings just eat 3/4 of his sandwich.
Damn, Raina, you're really an only child.
It's just math.
You right.
Because he could have really sat in the car. He could have really sat in the car and had the sandwich.
But the mom spent some time with daddy.
Yeah, because she was like, you know what? He ain't gonna eat. If my other kids can't eat, he gonna eat. I'm like, oh, so you gonna starve him?
Starve him?
You gonna starve him?
That's okay. I didn't see the video.
He was like, because he ain't fit to go in there and eat no McDonald's in front of my other kids. And he was like, well, you go get the McDonald's then. And she was like, nah, he ain't gonna eat this. I was like,
so what happened? Did she ask him to bring food, or he just was popping by with food for his kid?
She was like, watch this. My baby daddy ain't shit. He always come here and only bring food for his kid.
So wait. So always?
Mm-hmm. He do this routinely. But she just got him on this day, I guess.
On camera, she was like, he's just gonna come.
Yeah, watch him.
For my kid. Or for his
kid. For his kid.
But are you asking him though? Because for me, you must have asked him, because then you said, you know, my food stamps is out. So you must have told him, your son needs something to eat because my food stamps out. He said, bet I'm going to bring my son something to eat.
Yeah,
I think that's what the fuck happened and happens. You know my food. How the fuck I'm supposed to know your food stamps? She must have told him. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. We done really diverted. What are we doing?
Right. We in somebody else's mess right now. We were in the mess. We talking about our mess.
Right.
I don't even know how we got here, but.
Okay, let's just reel it back in. Y'all, if you can, buy for all the kids. If you can't, let it be known. I'm gonna be able to get my son something to eat. Send him out. It's nothing malicious. I don't, and then let that be that. Mainly, here's the real lesson. Watch who y'all fucking. Okay?
For real.
Abortion is illegal.
Yeah, no take backs.
No take backsies. Okay? Stop with the random fuckaroos. Okay?
And it's not just the guys.
It's a lot of
make sure her food stamps are full and all her children have fathers. Don't be the only one being a father to your child.
Daddy.
And she got 3 other kids. Like, honestly, I don't understand how dudes do it. They talk about it. They're like, yeah, I go over there. She had 5 roaches and 3 kids. And there was no fathers there. And I still smashed. And I'm like,
because they don't be thinking with their brain. We need to really back it. We about to go on a whole. Okay.
We can have a whole episode.
So we really could. That was excellent. Thank you for going down that rabbit hole. We about to change It's a Message to We Got the Tea Sis or something, because that was really great. We'll explore that later. Anyway, back to the topic at hand, you guys. You guys are joining us for episode 68, Reclaiming My Intention Mid-Year Check-In. So now, why did we want to do this topic, Rena?
Because I feel like I fell off the fucking wagon, and I feel like I need to reclaim my time and my intention that I set.
Reclaiming my time. Tell me.
So yeah, I just want to. It's time for me to kind of refocus.
I love that. I love that. So this was Rena's, introduction into this topic.
Yep,
And
yep.
I agree because as life continues to life, it's easy to lose focus and give up completely, on your attention. But I think looking back on it allows us the opportunity to do the last half of the year right.
Right.
And
We
I don't
still
say
got
right,
time.
but to give, yeah, we have time. We still have time. So I always love these intention check-ins so that we can kind of refocus, reshift, re-energize behind what we set for our intention.
Hmm.
Now, tell the people what the agenda is for this episode.
Well, as always, the agenda is the DIC, which stands for Define, Impact, and Cope. So, this episode, we're revisiting our intentions that we set at the beginning of 2022.
Mhm.
We define and/or redefine our goals for ourselves. Discuss the impact of our intentions on our lives so far, and then discuss how we cope and continue with our intentions throughout the rest of the year. Another thing to note. We make each section clearly known so that you can follow along with us, or with yourself or with
Yeah.
others. So feel free to pause wherever you see fit to give yourself time to write, journal, or just reflect, or just keep listening. Just do what you want to do. I ain't trying to force you to do nothing. I'm just letting you know this is what can be done.
Period. That was beautiful. Thank you for that agenda. All right. We are now to the definition. And I usually have a definition from Google, but I just want to say it's been a busy life, y'all. And I did this shit quick. Okay. So what I have is just my thoughts. I'm pulling arena on you hoes. Pulling arena on you hoes. I'm just using the top of the dome. So my
Uh-huh.
attention was to focus. And for me, focus means to just shine a light on a thing, give it a full attention.
Hmm. Okay.
And so I want to say that it's been tough. Okay. I just want to go on and say it's been tough, right?
Hmm.
Because
Okay.
I felt like I wasn't doing it. Um, and it's because in my head, I imagined focus to look a certain way,
Okay.
right? We
Which way?
always do this. And it doesn't look like that. So I thought I was failing. The way I thought it would look um, is like I would have gathered all the things that are outliers in my life that are well, okay, of course unfocused, but like that are not in my direct viewpoint. So there are things in my life that I know for certain, right? I know that I want to be an actress, a singer, I want to be an entertainer. I know that. And the things that I do toward that, I do that with vigor, with reckless abandon. I can just do that. Somebody says, let's be in a play, bet I'm in that motherfucker. Let me audition, do the thing. There are other things, financial, a future of how things are going to look. Where am I going to live? My finances, my taxes, my paperwork and bills and adult shit that, and even with the acting, there are some things around that are not solidified. So for me, I thought it was going to look like me gathering all these strings and putting it together in this beautiful bouquet of like manned chaos.
Oh.
Yeah. But the truth is, it doesn't look like that. What I have been focusing on is me. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I've been in deep study about the person that makes me up, what my spirit likes, what my soul likes. The life that I am curating has been my focus.
Hmm.
Of course, there are certainly other things that have been out of focus. And what I want for this next half of the year is to specify what I'd like to focus on. And then we'll see how the year shapes up. But yeah, yeah. So that's my definition. We'll get into the impact a little later. But yeah, that's what's been
Okay.
going on.
Okay. So in
You
the
have
impact, are you
questions?
going to kind of explore like what are some of the things that you've kind of found out about yourself as
I
you
can.
focused on yourself? You don't have to. I'm just curious because it
As
seems
you
like it
know,
should.
I'm just playing.
I mean,
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just fucking with you. No,
I
but I'll,
like.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it while you say your definitions,
Okay.
and I can tell you some things.
Okay. Tell us
Yeah.
some things. Um, so for me, my intention was simplicity.
Mhm.
That was my focus.
Yeah.
Um, that is what I said. So,
Mhm.
and then actually I think I'll just kind of read through like a little blurb of kind of what I literally said. I copied and pasted from
Oh,
the
no.
last episode. So yeah. So I said that simplicity, like it literally rolled out of intuition, which was my word for 2021.
Right.
Um, because I realized I was doing too much and it was draining me,
Yeah.
causing me to lose focus, doubt myself because I was comparing myself to others and thinking about what others were doing and what I speculated that they thought I should be doing and just overcomplicating things. So
Yeah.
that's what I wanted. I wanted just simplicity. I wanted to release guilt and shame around my interests and who I am and embrace it. Um, and just kind of release anything that does not serve me, that doesn't vibe on my frequency, is what I said.
Yeah.
So kind of reviewing like our last that episode, when I
Mhm.
set the intention, I realized I never really defined it. I never really
Okay.
defined what simplicity was for me, so I'm going to do that
Okay.
now.
Nice.
So I think that was like one critical thing
Yeah. That would have
prob-
helped.
that would have helped me immensely, had I
Yeah.
done that 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Um, so I see simplicity as the path of least resistance.
Mm.
Getting straight to the point and foregoing over complications, reducing the situation to what is absolutely necessary.
Okay.
That is simplicity for me.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna kind of leave it there. I'm gonna go into the impact and kind of
Okay.
expand a little bit more
Okay.
on that. But
Okay,
that's
lovely. That's really beautiful. Okay. So
thanks.
then we are to the impact.
Right.
The impact of thinking focus would look differently was that I felt like a bit of a failure, I guess, at this first part of the year.
Okay.
Like a lot of time I was just feeling um like,
Really?
what are you focusing on? I mean, not overall, obviously, but like in that particular area, I was like, I don't feel focused on anything. I was just like, I don't feel focused on anything. Um, what I've since realized is that I didn't actually specify, you know, what I
Yeah.
wanted to focus on. And because of that, what I had in mind was not what has transpired. And so that may be something I need to do in the future when setting intentions. That's something that I've, kind of understood as it's gone on. Because the truth is, I have been focusing. And like I said, I've been focusing
Right.
on myself and learning me and seeing like my little nuances and like little things like I rest and I knew that I like to sleep in and take my day very slowly. I don't rush up very much. Sometimes when I'm doing the gym, the 3 days or whatever I'm doing the gym, I'll set an alarm. But for the most part, I don't set an alarm. I get up when I get up and I
Must
go
be
about
nice.
my it is lovely. It is lovely. And it's something that I hope to have for the rest of this thing is to just be able to wake. And I've been making my bed
Okay.
recently and just kind of allow myself to be. So I used to consider myself to be like this super neat human being. And I'm just not for real. When I live with other people, I'm much more neat because I feel like everybody else's clutter is just too much. So let's just all be neat. Let's just all put our shit away.
You just want it to be your mess.
Um, yeah, or just your mess. If it's your house and it's your shit, cool. But our shit together is too much for my brain too. Like, whatever. I'm just thinking about, coming out of being in a long term relationship and seeing how I was then, how I am now. Like I'm just a little bit cluttered. I have a little bit of mess. I know where everything is. And it's still not dirty because absolutely not. So there's not trash around or anything, but it'll be like, a pile of clean clothes on this couch or something, and then a couple books over here, or, type shit. And sometimes it can get, a little, and then I'll be like, all right, let's bring this back down to like manageable. Um, so I've learned that about myself. I've learned how much I really enjoy just waking. I've learned that
That's good.
um I
Joy to
really
be alive and wake up.
Yeah, and I've been setting every day with an intention for this last like month or so, being like, today's a good day. Like I'm grateful to be alive, and starting the day out like that has been really a blessing. I like looking good. I like
Uh,
smelling good. I like feeling good.
uh,
I mean, and not some of these things are like things I've always known innately, but it's coming to the surface and it's coming to the top and the forefront of my mind and saying like, these are the things that I like. These are the things that I want. Um, so it's really just seeing me for real, and that's what I've been focusing on these last 6 months. Um, and it's been dope. It's been dope. I've been fucking with it. She kind of cool.
okay. Can I speak on your focus?
Sure.
Okay. Just want to make sure you're open. Um,
I'm just playing. Yeah, I'm open.
just one thing that I've kind of observed, I feel like you have been focused.
Yeah.
And I feel like when it comes to like your career goals,
Hmm.
I feel like you've been really focused. And I
Yeah.
feel like I've seen a lot of work and a lot of things popping up and opportunities that you don't shy away from. I feel like
Yeah.
that's like to me, that's been a big focus. So when you said you feel
Mm.
like you're a bit of a failure, I was like, I feel like you're picking up roles,
Yeah. True.
you're engaging more in like
Hmm.
the creative things you want to do, you're writing
Hmm.
more. So I'm like, I feel like you're doing it. You're maybe it's not on the level that you want it to be yet, but
Yeah.
like I see what you're prioritizing and I see where your
Yeah.
focus is going. Yeah, it
Yeah.
may not be turning into money right now, but you're getting a lot of experience, you're getting a lot of
Yeah.
visibility, you're
Yeah.
networking, and I feel like you're putting a lot of your focus into doing what you enjoy doing, which is, acting or singing or, like you said, entertaining.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you for seeing me, for validating me in that way. I think it's really easy to not give ourselves credit.
Oh yeah.
And you're absolutely right. It's because I know of what else I could be or should be doing in the
Ooh,
regard for acting and pursuing there's so much I could be doing that's better. Is it gotten worse? You're
I
looking
thought I heard
crazy.
a cat crying.
A
And I
cat
just,
crying?
but I think maybe it's just like a high pitched squeal from the
Okay.
fireworks or
Okay. Cause
gunshots. I don't know. It's
yeah.
giving Civil War reenactment. It is all I heard was pop, pop. I was like, is somebody shooting a cat in the air? Like, it's wild over there.
It is very wild over here. I hope that these references will be muted in the when I edit this, but we'll
Oh
see. We
no,
shall
because then I'm
see.
just gonna sound crazy, like I'm hearing things. So
No,
I
they'll
kind of
know.
would
It's
like
4th of
the evidence.
July. They know. They know. They know, right? You guys know? Um anyway, um no, I appreciate that validation. And you're absolutely right. I have been willing and able and like available towards my career, and
I feel like
I
you're
just
more
need to
focused on
relax.
that than
Yeah,
ever.
that's true. I am. I am. I think this play has just been another kick in the ass. To be like, yeah, like I do something every year. I'm just like, boom, boom, doing this shit. So I'm very excited. We'll see what happens after this. But um, what's your impact?
Before we move on, I just
Okay,
want to stay on
okay.
you. I want to focus on you a little bit longer.
Come on, focus.
You did bring up a really good point,
Mhm.
though, that you didn't really specify what you
Right,
wanted to focus on. You're like, I
right.
just want to focus.
Like, oh,
So,
okay.
okay.
On what, ho? Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
but like if you would said, I want to focus on my career, then I think
Yeah.
you would see it. It's like because you didn't pick a focus, you can't even see what your focus is.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, you're
So,
absolutely right. I mean, I did gather that, and that's why it's like,
yeah, you're
okay, let
right.
me pull in the reins and like see one step at a time. I see so many things that need focus. I feel like that sometimes it's like I was trying to like expand my focus to superhuman focus to focus on all of these things at once and reel it into one
Yeah,
thing, make
that's
it
the
one thing, which is
ADHD in you.
listen, it's absurd. It's so many things that need my attention. And, it's like, Jesus Christ. Wait, I gotta pay bills. Wait, I gotta find I gotta, yep, yep, yep. Yeah. So, you're absolutely right though. I'm going back inside myself and saying, what are the highest priority? I think that's what's been really great about, um, kind of this exploratory phase in the first 6 months. Now I can say, okay, what is the highest priority for you to focus on? And what is the least priority? Bills, the very least. Take me to jail.
So
You'll get it when I get it. The highest, my happiness.
okay, well then if that's your focus, then how you feel?
Happy as fuck.
Well, there you go.
Uh-huh. Okay. Now to you. What is the impact then for you?
Hmm. Impact. Lord Jesus. Um, once I actually defined simplicity for myself,
Yeah.
I realized that okay, maybe I didn't fall as far off the wagon as I thought.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of like being off the wagon, I'm just kind of bobbing on the bumper, hoping I don't hit like any large bumps and just completely dislodge and fall
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Um, so, like for instance, as I mentioned in my mess, I'm moving,
Yeah.
you know, uh, and I feel like where I'm moving, it's very intentional.
Okay.
Um, and it's one of the steps that I'm actually taking to try and simplify my life.
Okay.
Um, it's just, simplifying isn't as simple as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Like I feel like I am doing it,
Hmm.
but it like you said with focus. And I knew this. I knew this because
We know this.
it never looks the way I think it's gonna look.
Right. It never does. We
And
say this every year, and every year we still be shocked. Like
right,
it didn't do what I thought it was.
right,
Crazy.
right,
Yeah.
right, right. I know this, and I say this. I say, you know what? This is what I think it's going to be, or better yet, I'm not even going to have any expectations.
Yeah.
But then I still have an
Of
expectation,
course.
you know.
Of
So,
course.
with all of that, you know, I still have a tendency to overcomplicate things, to procrastinate, and do everything kicking and screaming.
Hmm.
And then I guess the impact of doing that, I realize, is that it's distracting and it prevents me from analyzing the situation and asking the right questions, or the right question, which is what do I want? Um, and to tie that into simplicity, um, I'm seeing that that's really what simplicity is. Simplicity is me kind of narrowing down things to what I actually want.
Hmm. Absolutely.
And I thought simplicity would just be narrowing down my possessions, which that's totally
Okay.
not happening.
Uh-huh.
It's like I told you, I'm buying shit. I am single-handedly supporting the economy.
Wowzers.
Um, yeah, just letting you know.
Mhm.
So, you know, I'm realizing now that a big component of simplicity for me involves like my thoughts. That's where I realized
Okay.
it took me a really long time to get to that point. That's what I'm realizing that simplicity, it's my thoughts.
Okay.
That's where the work needs to be done and is being done. I need
Yeah.
to sort through and simplify my thoughts. As they
Mm.
say, you are what you think, and I think too much and I overdo it.
Oh,
And
wow.
that is not simplicity at all. And so that's
Yeah.
what I'm realizing. When something comes up in my intuition, instead of just accepting it and being grateful that my higher self will bless me with their presence,
Yeah.
I start the interrogation of why we feel a certain way.
Yeah.
And that just serves to defeat me and discourage my intuition from ever speaking to me again. So
Yeah.
I'm realizing that, yeah, I am overcomplicating things.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
that causes me to procrastinate and it makes it difficult to make decisions.
Yeah.
stick through to those decisions and see them through.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the impact of simplicity. I'm realizing that it's not just it's not external, it's
Okay.
internal.
Okay.
It's yeah, it's
That's
just
that's really I
yeah,
feel like that's a really amazing understanding that you've come to, because a lot of times we do want to like get everything external fixed. Doesn't matter what your intention is or what you've said. A lot of times we see it outwardly. What am I going to do out here to fix this shit? And oftentimes it is in our heads. It is internal. It's the
yeah,
spirit, it's the mind, it's the soul that you've got to really delve into and like simplify. Simplify
yeah,
the thought. I feel bad about this. Okay, that's how I feel.
yeah,
Maybe we move
yeah,
through it in this way, but it's like we're always trying to fit. Well, why do I, so many things on that thought when it's just like, no, I don't feel good. I'm going to leave this situation.
yeah,
That's it. That's
yeah,
the end. That's all she wrote type shit. So that's amazing.
yeah,
What an
yeah.
incredible understanding.
Yeah, I'm reevaluating my thoughts.
Yeah.
And I need structure. I'm
Yeah.
realizing too. I need structure.
Oh,
I need a routine,
yeah.
and that'll help me also keep things simple
Hmm.
because I'll know what to expect.
Yeah.
And I just the impact is that I'm kind of seeing that I'm getting in my own way,
Yeah.
and and I say that with relief because that means that it's kind of within my control. And so that's a positive because if
Yeah.
it's me, I can work with me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, that's been a really powerful, yeah, epiphany, conclusion, outcome, understanding, I
Yeah.
should say.
I
Understanding. That's the
love
word I'm looking
that.
for. Yeah.
I love that. That's really beautiful. That's really
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you. That's right. My
Wow, they are really
guy.
tearing it up over here. Like Jesus
At this
Christ.
point, that's those are not fireworks.
They're gunshots. You think?
Yeah, I think at this point they ran
Now
out of the fireworks and they said
they're
this
just
has
shooting
begun.
bullets in the air.
Just
I hope
shooting
nobody
bullets.
dies tonight. Lord bless them. Okay, so now how do we cope with all of this? We are to the cope now.
Right. Ooh.
That sounded like a huge one. Like we're in Baghdad. What the fuck?
Right. Bombs
Um
over that.
Baghdad.
Hey.
Bomb over Baghdad.
Okay.
We should name this podcast ADHD.
Just
That's it. No
I
tagline.
mean, that would say a lot about just our delivery.
It would.
We
'Cause
try to have
we
structure.
try.
Like, if it
We,
weren't for, Shanae saying you need structure, we probably never would have had structure.
I mean, we might have would
That's
have got there eventually. You think? Maybe not.
maybe.
Shout out to Shanae. Anyway, so how do we cope with all this?
I
For
don't know. How
me,
do we?
Grace and Ease. This is the Grace and Ease podcast.
That's what we really should name this podcast.
Grace and
We
Ease.
name it Grace and Ease. Yeah.
Absolutely. This is just necessary. Life will continue to look differently than what I planned for. It will continue to surprise me in ways that I wasn't prepared for. And I allow myself grace as I continue on this journey. So I cope with the idea that what I want intellectually, what my spirit wants, sometimes it's going to look different because of
These
how
are
I've been
scissors.
programmed. Oh, they were just here. Don't mind me. Because of how we've been programmed. So I'm unprogramming myself what I should want intellectually and trying to allow my spirit to lead. That's very difficult because I'm very strong-minded. I have a very
Mm-hmm.
strong mind. So what I say goes, and my spirit's like, but that's not right. Because my spirit's soft. Our spirits are soft, I feel like. They whisper shit to us and say,
I need that
hey.
bitch to be harder.
Well, I mean, it's not though. It's like, hey,
Speak
we
to
need to go
me.
left. Speak to my heart.
Nah, yank me up, ho. Like,
Wow.
drag me over there.
But we need to sometimes shut the fuck up.
Oh, you right.
We do. We do. Like we absolutely do. Because some of this stuff is if we would have just said, oh yeah, you're right. From the beginning when we heard that whisper, there's so many things in our lives that we've talked about on this podcast that if we would have listened to that whisper, we would have went through half the shit we went through. Years worth of shit that we went through. Listening to that silent that small voice, that whisper, that, and that's why, I'm trying to get more and more into my meditation just to allow room for something to be there that I'm not feeling or consuming a lot. I've dialed down on a lot of shit that I consume. I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I don't
Mhm.
consume a whole lot of shit that I can't um yeah, it's not a whole lot of stuff that I put inside so that I can allow room to hear the whisper, because
Mhm.
it's a softness that says, maybe you need to focus on yourself, or maybe you need to specify. You're not being specific. This is not the way your brain works, type shit. So, just grace and ease, realizing that I don't have it all figured out, and I may never. And that's the beauty of this journey. So, yeah.
Um, I may
What about
never.
you? I
That
may
I
never.
may never hit hard.
Listen, it's true. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have it all figured out. And I have some age on me. I mean, I'm not old, but I'm certainly not young. And I still don't got it figured out. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I guess that's not the point, right?
it's not. How are you coping?
How do I cope? Well, I mean, I kind of
Yeah.
mentioned it in my impact, wanting a routine. That's definitely one
Oh
way that
yeah.
I plan to cope. Um, but overall, being mindful of my motherfucking mindset. That's
Yeah.
one. My phrasing of things. I want to speak more positively and in an affirming stance of what I
Yeah.
want. And I also want to listen to myself and be okay with what I hear and feel. So being silent, like you said.
Yeah.
I also want to start like setting goals and intentions and having actual action steps,
Yeah.
like not just saying, oh, I want to do this, saying, okay,
Mhm.
I want to do this and this is a step I'm going to take towards it.
Yeah.
Just and even if it's just like a small step, even if it's
Mhm.
like, okay, I want to get into comedy, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
I'll say, okay, well, let's research comedy clubs in the area. Like that could be a step, or
Yeah.
research a comedy class, or look up a video on YouTube about comedy.
Yeah.
Like just actually have something that I can do to help me move towards what I want to accomplish. Because right now I've just been kind of saying, oh, I want to do this. And then I've just kind of be like, God got it. And I'm like, I know that's not the way. I know that's not the way. I don't know where I got that from. I don't
Guy
know.
got it.
God got it. Like, yes, I want to win the lottery, but I don't want to buy a
I
ticket.
never gonna
What?
play. Right.
Like, you know, so and that's kind of something I want to even do like on this podcast, like in my cope. I want to actually like come up with an action step. So
Mm.
um I feel like for me, like the action step that I want to take kind of for this goal of simplifying things, simplicity, is creating a schedule for myself, a daily schedule that I want to adhere to.
Nice. I love
Now,
that.
I said I would create the schedule. I didn't say I would follow it. But that's a step. I got to start with where I am.
Yeah. Baby
So
steps.
let me take the schedule and then have that for a
Babies.
few months. And
And
then
then actually try
maybe
to
I'll
follow it.
follow it.
Wowzers. Wow. I cannot wait to set our intentions for 2023. That's crazy. That's wild. She said, nah, I'm gonna make it, but I may not follow it. Ah, wowzers. Wowza. Wowza.
Right.
That's really dope though. I love that action step part of it. That's
Yeah.
definitely important. Definitely important. Well, I think we're to the recap. Yeah.
Yep. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I think to recap, we set lofty goals, oftentimes without real consideration to what that looks like or what that is. Sometimes there's no specificity. Sometimes we are creating goals for outside of ourselves without actually taking into account who we are. Um, And I think at
Oh
the
yeah.
end or halfway point, we've disappointed ourselves with how we think things will go. Despite us saying that we don't know how it's going to go. We still have expectations. We still have these expectations that we hope we're hitting by the mid of the year. But in the end, we always show up for ourselves, regardless of how that looks. even if that means we have to redirect or refocus or re-understand what that meant. So for me, I did focus. What did I mean by focus? Now I got to specify.
You don't
You
know.
may not have, you didn't have to simplify, or you didn't know what simplify. I mean, and now you've come to now you have the definition of what that is, and you can now simplify. You know what I mean? So I think all in all, grace and ease we give ourselves so that we understand that we're on this journey for life. We're going to continue to show up for ourselves if we are putting in even the smallest amount of effort, faith of a mustard seed. And I think this is a perfect example. We may not have gotten where we thought we were going to be, but we're somewhere. And that somewhere
Okay.
is in the right direction. Yeah.
Okay, Pastor Jessica.
Yeah. Hi, glory. Hallelujah.
Gonna see you on BT replacing Bobby Jones soon.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I shan't do it. I shan't do it. I'm a heathen in real life.
I mean, but name like Bobby Jones. You know what? Be quiet.
You say what?
Nut.
What'd you say?
Nut.
Anyway.
Nut.
All right. Are there any shout outs, Rena, this episode?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to everyone feeling the feels, recalibrating, reacquainting, and refocusing on their goals. It's not too late. We still have time. I'm telling this to myself. This is me taking a step towards adding more positivity and affirmations.
Yes.
And I want to share that with you. So, yeah, shout out to everyone who's trying to figure it out. Something happened in June. There's a moon and Cancer, and there's emotions and things are high. And I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I feel it. And you probably feel it. So just hold on and just keep pushing. There you go. That's my shout out. Oh, that's what that is? I thought you were singing in Vogue. I'm a heathen.
That's hilarious.
I was just like, hold on to your love. You've got to. No, but you were singing some gospel. Okay. Damn.
Absolutely. Because I don't even know that song. But that was a beautiful shout out. I know you're always shocked. I just want to shout out to the people making intentions and seeing that they're kind of wonky and having to recalibrate. I wanted to steal your word because I fuck with it.
Yeah, like what I just said.
Like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to ditto your shout out.
Yeah. Yay. Okay.
Yeah.
Share this enough for both of us. That's another thing too.
Period.
Like, don't think because somebody else is doing it, and I'm saying this to myself, don't think because somebody else is doing it doesn't mean you can't do it too. You could do it different.
Absolutely.
What she did was different.
Absolutely. Oh, it was
the same but different.
And that's all that matters.
Right. It was different because it came from her. But it was the same. As it came from me.
Yep. You're so ridiculous. All right. I think we are to my favorite part, which is the meditation. If you are new, what we like to do is take a couple deep breaths. We set an intention, take another couple of breaths, and then I let you go about your day. So what I want you to do for me is to take a big deep breath. We'll take a second deep breath. And we'll take one more deep breath. All right. I intend to create a focused understanding of my focus. Okay, that was some bullshit. But I really want to be more specific in what I'd like to focus on, while also appreciating what this focus of myself has given me in these previous 6 months.
All right. It is my intention to dwindle down things to what I want, and then speak positively about what I want, and speak. I'm blanking on the word, so I'm just stop right there. Positively.
Okay.
And in an affirming stance. That's what it is. In an affirmative manner about what I want, instead of me questioning it and poking and prodding and trying to find a way out of it, just using acceptance to guide me to what I want. That is my intention. That was complicated, but that was my intention. But it's okay, because I know what I meant. and I'm trying to be positive, and it's taking a long time, and it's okay. And I'm practicing. There we go. That's it. We'll stop right there.
Lovely.
And take practice. It's going to take practice.
All right. And now we'll take our second set of breaths. Take another big, deep breath with me. We'll take a second deep breath. We'll take one last deep breath. All right. Your intentions have been set for the day, no matter how long or complicated they are, as long as you know what you meant. They have been set for the day. So go out there and flourish, sis. Today doesn't have to be a mess.
But it's absolutely okay if it is.
It sure is, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in again. We really appreciate your continued support. I hope you had a wonderful second Juneteenth. And we shall see you on another time. Is there anything? Oh, actually, if we have a topic idea you'd like us to discuss, please email us at itsamessagepodcast@gmail.com. Also, that can be used. It's a message podcast@gmail.com can also be used if you'd ever like to be a guest. We look forward to hearing from you. Is there anything else that we need to let the people know, Rena?
No, I was just going to ditto what you just said, which is yes, if you want to be a guest, just let us know, because I'm tired of talking to Jess, and I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
But no, if you want to be a guest.
Positivity.
Oh, for me, not for you. It's about me.
Oh, got it. Oh, got it. Yeah, only child. Got it. If you want to be a guest.
Yes, if you want to be a guest, reach out to us at the email that you said or will say.
It's a message podcast at gmail.com. Thank you, lovely people, for
it's
entire episode. Wow.
That email is it's a message at gmail.com. Our IG is it's a message podcast. But our email is it's a message at gmail.com. I'm just clarifying.
Is there anything else we need to let the people know right now?
No, all has been said.
Wonderful. We're going to catch y'all on the flip side.
Peace.
That's
what we need right now. Peace.
It's a message.
Hey, that's why I can't sing.
It's okay. He's going to talk over my singing though. Okay, it's ready now.